10 years alone, the system has allowed the search of over 2,000 people with 100% success rate.
And we will be doing a press release and actually be doing a media presentation when we actually go into service with the project. The thing is, we want to make sure that as many people in the county know about it as possible, and then to also pass this information along to all of the healthcare providers in the county so that people like Dr. Vance and Dr. Smith and others across the county that come in contact with these people and their family, they very well might be the ones that suggest that the family sign up for the program.
Okay, entertain a motion to provide the $450 requested by Mr. Holder.
So moved.
Second, all yes vote, motion carries.
You can't use these on hyperactive kids, can you?
You want to go ahead
Wander
and talk
away.
about the contract that you're wanting?
Well, I don't see any reason why we could put one on. You want one, Rick?
Not me, but their kids I've worked with them. It'd be nice to
Okay,
know
which-
one.
Mr. Holder's requesting to approve a contract between West Virginia Business Products and Lincoln OES for the lease purchase of a Canon IRC 22550 and an IR 2270 for the Office of Emergency Services. The lease will be paid out from the OES FEMA grant account.
Basically, we have been looking for a new copy machine, and we went back to the company that had provided us with a copy machine 4 years ago. And I think the courthouse uses West Virginia Business, and West Virginia Business was about $65 a month cheaper than the company that we had been using. And we asked them if they would be willing to take over the maintenance of one of the other copy machines in the office, and they said, we don't want to maintain anything other than our brand, but we'll throw another one in for the same cost if it'll help you. And I said, yeah, it'll help us. So actually, we're
Is
getting...
that one for the commission's office?
No, actually, we're replacing an older copier machine that's in the downstairs portion of the building, and putting a new copy machine in, which seems to work very, very well with a lot less problems than the one we had in there that we use it. They brought it out and let us use it for the last couple of weeks on the demo before we made the recommendation. But we've got the funds to cover it, and it's just basically another ongoing cost.
Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Motion, and I'll second, being all yes vote, motion carries.
You want to talk about the metrics monitoring
You're on a
system?
roll, go ahead.
We asked the commission earlier this year to assist us with some alarm equipment at both the Hamlin and the Harts Tower. We purchased 2 of those units, and quite frankly, they have been very, very impressive. We're able to monitor the sites remotely. We're able to go into a website, see what the status of those sites are. If the power goes off, we're able to know that immediately. If the temperature gets too high in the building, we're able to know that. One of the things that's allowed us to do is all of our buildings aren't air conditioned where we have radio equipment, but I would have never expected the site to get 118 degrees during some of the hot days of summer. Well, after having equipment there that could monitor it routinely, we found that the Hamlin Tower site was getting hot enough to probably cause some equipment problems, so we're in the process of putting an air conditioning unit there. And it's allowed us to have a whole lot better use of the resources. And if it just saves one person driving out there in the middle of a power problem or another issue, it saves us a lot of issues. We also worked with the manufacturer, and I'm proud I designed a circuitry to monitor the copper grounding system at the sites. So there's copper grounding at the building that's constantly being monitored through the system. And if somebody cuts the copper grounding, which has been too prevalent in this area in the past 5 years, it automatically sends an alarm which rings into myself and several others so we can report to the site and deal with the problem. I'm asking the commission to assist us in purchasing the equipment to put at the remaining tower site, which we did not do that at, and that is the Samarico site. We had a small issue up there last week that was undetected for about 24 hours. We got there, we found out we had had a small fire in an electrical panel that was there. It was probably due to an electrical surge, something that happened outside the building that caused it. And had we had this piece of equipment, it wouldn't have prevented the fire, but it would have brought the problem to our attention 24 hours sooner, so we could have dealt with it a little bit more expediently. Here's the proposal from OmniMetrics. It's identical to the other two systems that we purchased.
And how did we purchase the others? Did we do that, or?
You all purchased those, yes, because it was, you know, not only is the 911 center getting some advantage of it, but it's everybody that's got equipment in the building, it's the school buses, it's the sheriff's department, it's everybody that's there. And so the commission had purchased that before, if nothing else, just to help us with the copper theft problem. And I don't know that it's prevented it, but we haven't had one since we put it in. And I guarantee you that we've had a couple of instances where the alarms have went off, and Judy's husband's close over the hill, and we call him, and he comes up over the hill and checks it for us from time to time. And there's been a couple of vendors that have been in the building that didn't make us aware of it prior to, and we're surprised that somebody was there so quickly. So it's been beneficial in a lot of ways for us.
Okay. Motion to provide $4,280. Or you just want the cost to purchase it?
Well, I'd like to have 4280. And if you'll notice on there, there is a tower monitoring fee
Yeah, I
there
see that.
that's in there. And that's something that we're looking at other people that will share in this information to allow us to at least break even on it in the future. And we can discuss that in the middle of this situation that's going on at Hearts. But I'm not asking you to commit to $600 a year, not at this point.
Well, don't sneak up on that, because I forget.
And I didn't say I wouldn't ask you again, but I'm not asking you at this point.
So moved.
All right, got a motion, I'll second, to provide $4,280 for the Samarico Tower. All
Something
yes?
else?
I've got two other items that aren't going to require a motion, or three other items. We recently received a check, myself and Mr. McCann discussed this, but we recently